Record. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming to class. Um, we're going to use, we're going to lay down, but don't lay down yet. We're going to use a strap that should be roughly hips width apart. You'll fuss with it, so you'll know, but it's kind of not quite shoulder width, but internal hip point width apart. And then just for comfort, take your blanket and lay it down on your mat because we're going to be on our back, on our side, all that. And it's just kind of nice to have a little bit of extra cushion to do that. Have your strap near you. You won't need your blocks for now. And come on down to your backs. I know. It's like, oh, that's so whether your legs are straight or your knees are bent, either one of those is fine. Just try to find a nice, comfortable place to be. Allow the shoulders to come down away from the chest. Maybe the hands are down at your sides and the palms are face up, or maybe the arms are out to the sides. For sometimes that feels really nice to have that gentle chest opener. And then rock side to side across the sacrum and just feel kind of one side of the sacrum to the other. Don't make it big. Just rock the knees side to side, the hips side to side. Take a few deep breaths here. And then slowly let those knees come back to center. If your knees are bent, I just realized some of you might have had your legs straight. If your knees are bent, take the feet wide, drop the knees toward the middle so that you can just relax there. And take a few deep breaths in and let it go. Deep breath in and let it go. Been working a lot in my own personal body with releasing the jaw and the belly. I've been noticing how often I tighten through my jaw and tighten or shorten the breath. And so, all through class today, I want you to notice if your teeth are pressing against each other or if your breath feels like it is not easy, and just pay attention to that, and then put some space between the teeth. You might hear me say that a few times, or allow the breath to move more freely. Before we get really started, I wanted to play with just this an idea that I did. It was either Wednesday or Friday. So place both hands at the lower belly, so below the belly button. Elbows are soft at your side. Maybe your knees are bent. And then just do what you'll hear a lot in yoga class, just a belly breath. So as you inhale, you'll feel the belly expand out and then let it go. And do that a few times. And notice. And then notice that you can do that same movement, that up and down of the belly without even breathing. So if you just very softly just hold the breath for a moment and realize you can move the belly, right? You can lift up and down, up and down. So we can say belly breathing, but we might not actually be breathing. This is from some of the workshops that I did a week or so ago. So notice that that belly breath can be limiting. And then let the hands come up to the lower ribs. So the whole palm of the hand, if it's okay for your shoulders, comes to the side ribs. The fingers are wrapping towards center. And this is where your diaphragm is. Your diaphragm goes below the ribs. It's a deep belly muscle. It is your main muscle of breathing. So, with your hands there, I want you to do some diaphragmatic breathing. So, you're going to inhale and feel the sides of the body or the hands expand out. And then as you release, everything comes back to center. And just play there for a little bit, maybe 5 breaths. And it can be in through the nose ideally, but if not, through the mouth is fine. And notice that as you exhale, the ribs come in, the whole core comes in, and then as you or inhale, it expands out to the sides. Diaphragmatic breathing. As you inhale, the diaphragm flattens into a pancake as the ribs have more, or the lungs have more room. And as you exhale, the diaphragm fluffs back up and there's less space in the lungs for that breath. One more here. And then just take the hands, one hand to either side of the upper chest. And again, just make the arms as comfortable as you can. So, chest breathing, this is how we breathe either when we have respiratory issues or we're under a lot of stress. We use the accessory muscles of breathing along the upper ribs, the collarbone, the muscles of the neck. And so, I want you to just see if you can isolate and just breathe into the chest and exhale. I struggle with this one, it's hard to do, especially laying down. So the chest is rising and falling, the belly's not expanding, the diaphragm is barely moving. Maybe if you open the mouth and breathe, you'll find that more. So these are the accessory muscles. Generally speaking, we only use those if we can't take a deep enough breath through the diaphragmatic breathing. You'll see this with people who have asthma, emphysema, bronchitis, and release that. And then notice, relax the hands, maybe bring them back to the diaphragm. Notice which one of those breaths felt easiest, right? Felt like you were getting a nice, smooth inhale, exhale without a lot of work. And I would say for most, if not all of us, it would be back at the diaphragm. So breathe here without tightening the jaw, without shortening the breath. Without making it hard or efforting, just breathe in, breathe out. Good, one more right here. And let that go. Hopefully that made sense to you. Bring your right knee into your chest. Take the hands behind the knee. Straighten the left leg. Stretch out the front of the left leg and the right hip. And then holding the back of the knee, just extend the leg straight up and bend it straight up and bend. Good, just 3 more. Straight and bend it. Straight and bend. Last one. Stretch it out and bend it. We'll be doing more stretching, so don't worry. Straighten the right leg. Bring the left knee to chest. The hands go behind the knee and straighten and bend And notice if you tend to tighten the jaw or shorten the breath. Two more. Last one. Good. Bend both knees. This might be the trickiest part. Find that loop in your strap. If you have to sit up for this, that's okay. And loop the strap around the feet until it comes to the mid shins. Okay. And the loop should be tight enough that the legs are roughly hips width apart, not too wide, not too narrow. And then put those feet back on the floor with tension. Okay. You can just move the little tail end of your strap out of the way. Make sure you don't have any buckles pressing into your skin. The buckle should be somewhere in the middle. Good. And then feet to the floor, just press against the strap. Just feel that. Don't overly press. Don't, cause big indentations there, but just press against the strap and feel already kind of the legs, hips starting to work. And then big toe to the belly, bring those knees to 90 degrees, flex your feet, press against the strap. If you have low back issues, just take those hands underneath the sacrum just for some extra support there. Otherwise, the low belly tones, straighten both legs and bend both knees. And you can take the heels all the way down to the glutes, take them up, and bend. Keep tension on the strap so that the strap isn't going to slip. And up. Good. Down and up. Down. The next time they're up, hold the legs up. Flex the feet. Press those legs away from you. Take both arms overhead. Palms are face up. Find your breath. Think about that diaphragmatic breathing as the side ribs expand out and then exhaling as they come in. Press against the strap, everybody. Breathe. And then take both arms up to the ceiling. Draw the shoulders back down to the floor. And then just keep the arms where they are. Lower the right foot so that your left leg is where left foot's where it was. Your right foot is trying to go back down to the floor. Woo, and breathe. And then take both legs back to neutral. Press the left leg down. So it's almost like you're doing little scissor legs, right? Squeeze through the belly. Remember, the hands can go underneath the hips and come to center. Take the right leg back down. Resist with the left. Take the right arm overhead. So you've got the right leg trying to go down to the floor, right arm overhead, little bit of core work and serious leg work. Good. Take everything back to center. The left leg tries to go to the floor. The left arm goes over your head. Breathe, everybody. Whew. And resist both legs, both arms up. We're almost done with this one. Lower the legs about a quarter of the way. Squeeze the heck out of your belly. If you're okay, take the arms roughly a quarter of the way over your head and just breathe, everyone. Whoo, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bring your knees to your chest. Whoo. I know, right? It's just amazing to me. All right, keep some tension on the strap. Bring your feet back to the floor and then straighten both legs. So again, tension on the strap so that you can feel it working and the strap's not going to slip one way or the other. Raise your left foot off the floor, left leg off the floor, and breathe. Press down through the right side, lift the left, hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Lift the right one. Keep the left one down. Press the left heel into the floor. Woo! And breathe and let go. Press against the strap. See if you can lift both feet. This is a tricky one. I'm not lifting very high. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Woo-wee. Good. Bend both feet or both knees. Roll onto your side, whichever side you start on, just remember. And then use your hand or your block for a pillow so that your head is neutral. Bend both knees 90 degrees. So the knees are coming straight out from your hips. So Sissy, bring your hips forward. Yep. And then your feet come straight off of those, um, off of the knees, and just hold here. Isometric work, pressing and opening. Your strap might be a little short, sis, or it's too high. So you might want to widen it just a little bit. Good, breathe. So this strap is wide enough that that top hip, knee, and foot are all level. Good, breathe, and then just release. It's going to slacken that strap. I know you might have to adjust it again. Good, take it back up to tension. Breathe, and then straighten both legs down to the mat, all the way down to the front. Whew. Yep. Press the legs, keep the hips stacked. Press the legs. If you need a break, take a break. Good. Take the top leg forward and then just press it back. Take it forward and back. 3 left. Forward, back, forward, back. Last one. Forward, back. Hold right here. See if you can lift your bottom leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, and just let it go. Let the slack out. Ooh, rub that hip. I know you felt that. And breathe. Good. You're going to come onto your bellies. We won't do a ton of this, and I know at least one of my friends out there going, ugh. So breathe. You're on your belly. Lift both feet off of the floor, tension through the strap. And hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just release, but keep the tension. Good. Lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release. Breathe. This one, if you want, we can add the arms. So take the arms down along your sides. Press the shoulders away from the floor. Your palms are face up. Lift the legs. It's not high. No back pain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Little bit of locust pose. Shake those hips. And then roll onto your other side. Whoo. Good. I'm pretty sure this is our last one with the strap. So just hang in there if you can. Lift that top leg, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring that big toe forward and back. So the leg's going forward like a little half circle. Back. This is 3, 4, whoop, and 5, a little too far. Bring it back to neutral. Press that top strap, top leg, and see if you can lift both feet off the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Woo! Good job, everybody. Roll onto your backs. Bend the knees. Take that strap off. Keep it near you. Keep it near you. We're going to be here for a little bit. Roll back onto the first side. And again, you can use your arm or a pillow. So you're on that first side. The legs are 90 degrees. I want you to lift the top leg, the top knee, and bring the knee to your chest. And then keep it on that level plane, like you're sliding it on a table, and take it behind you. So you're going to bring the knee toward the shoulder and then straight back behind you, looking for, again, some movement through the front of that top leg, top hip, stretching maybe the quad a little bit, right? The thigh muscle, maybe getting into psoas just a little. Good. One more here. And then this time, when the knee comes forward, straighten the leg in front of you. Bend the knee and slide it back. Good. Bring it forwards, extend, bring it back. 3 left. Extend, bend, and bring it back. This is 2. Last one. Woo. And release, stack one knee on top of the other. Stay right here. Lift the top knee only, but keep the feet together. Keep the feet together, but drop the feet, sis, and lift the top knee only. There you go. And drop it down. So lift, little clamshells, easy peasy. 3, 4, and 5. Keep the knees together. Release the top foot. 1. So now you're doing reverse clamshells. And 2, keep the knees together. You should 3, 4, and 5. Listen up. If I remember all this on the other side, it'll be amazing. Straighten the top leg and let that foot come to the floor. Your bottom knee is still bent. I want you to just kind of twizzle that bottom knee so that the knee stays down, the foot comes up. So you're just doing internal rotation. The bottom leg is the one moving, the top leg is staying still. 3, 4, last one, and 5, and release. Both knees come together. Whew. All right, turn over, go to the other side. The knees are at 90 degrees. Feet are coming straight off of those knees. Lift the top knee. Bring that knee to your elbow or to your shoulder, and then just slide it back like it's sliding across the table. It's all in this nice level plane. Just bringing it up, pressing it back, just coming into a little stretch without really involving the low back. Good. We've got one more left here. Breathe, everyone. Good. Now extend that straight out. Bend the knee and slide back. Bring it up. Extend. Bend it and press back. This is 3. Stretching out those lovely legs. 4. Last one. 5. Good. Bend that knee and release. Whew. Keep the knees and the feet stacked, then lift the top knee, just a clamshell. 1 and 2, little hip work today. 3, 4, 5, lower that knee, release and lift the foot. 1 and 2, 3, 4, one more, 5, release. Extend and straighten the top leg. Let that foot come down toward the floor if it'll reach. The bottom leg this time, it's just pivoting from knee, lifting the foot. 1 and 2, 3, you got it. 4 and 5, lower, straighten both legs and stack them one on top of the other. Lift the top leg so it is level with your hip. Your top hand is coming in front of you to stabilize you. So bottom leg is pressing, top leg is just coming to the level of the hip. See if you can bring the bottom leg in and lower. In, I know. Woo. 3, what's this got to do with anything? 4, 5, lower. Bend that top knee, extend it up. You can use that top hand just to stretch. Good. Release. Same thing other side, and then we're done with this part. I know. Hang in there. We're almost done with this part. It's all good work, everybody. Straighten both legs, stack them. The hips are stacked. Your top hand is in front of you for stability. Lift that top leg. Level with your hips. Squeeze that low belly in And bring the bottom leg up and down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the top knee, extend it up. Just use your hand to support the leg. Just taking it up to the ceiling. Woo. And release. Woo. Nice job, everybody. Come on back onto your backs and grab that loop again. No, not the loop. Good. Take that loop around your shins. Make sure it's wide enough. You can even widen it maybe just a little. Once your feet are on the floor, you should feel like your feet are hips width apart. We're going to do some bridge work with the strap here because I find it really helpful for feedback. If your strap is too tight, your knees are going to curl into the middle. That's not good. If you raise your knees, you can look at them and go, yeah, they seem to be about right, about hips width apart. And then press your feet on the floor, create some tension in the strap, not a bunch. And then curl that tailbone and lift the hips into an easy bridge pose. Don't go too far, too far. Breathe and just a gentle press against that strap. The tailbone is long. We're really lengthening through the lower back. And then let's tap the hips only for 5. So tap it down and lift. Tap it down. If it hurts your knees, adjust the strap or take the strap off. 3, you got this, everybody. 4, on the 5th one, hold right here, hold. Breathe. See if you can lift heels off the floor. Lift the heels, 1, and drop. 2, 3, 4, calf work, no kidding. 5, lift the toes and the ball mound. So you're only on the heels. And then tap down and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold that bridge, press it up. Hands come down to your sides, palms are face down. Hold that bridge for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, everybody. Bring those knees to your chest. Take the strap off. Last one here. You're holding that strap. It's no longer around your legs, but you're going to take it around the front of your ankles. Place your feet back on the floor and hold either side of your strap. So what's interesting about bridge pose is what we're doing with our legs, right? While in the pose. So we create some tension here. Just hold the sides of your strap with tension and then press those shins back into the strap. Shoulders are down. Find your breath and then lift to bridge pose and just notice how that feels. So in yoga classes, you'll hear shins forward. And this is kind of my interpretation of shins forward, pressing the shins into the strap, lifting up through the chest, making sure there's no issues with the neck and shoulders, and then tap down for 5. There's 1. Lift and 2, 3, last 2, everybody. 4 and 5, and release fully. Bend the knees, bring those knees to your chest, set your strap aside, and then roll to one side. Whew, and come on up. You know, I always get the hard stuff out of the way early so that we can kind of chill from there, but even though it's not a chill. All right, straighten both legs. That was quite a bit, I know, but good stuff. It's good, good, good. All right, flex the feet, ground the legs, roll the shoulders, simple Dandasana. And then think about that diaphragmatic breathing again. So even if you want to put your hands here, it's up to you. You can inhale And exhale. And then if you've got the feel for it, no hands. And it's like you're blowing up a balloon or like an accordion, right? An accordion or a bagpipe, expanding it out and then pulling it back into center. And breathe. Just one more here. And let it go. Good. Feel free to fold up that blanket and sit on it, especially if it's hard to sit this way. You can use your hands to lean back a little bit or not. You're going to bend both legs and take the knees out. Give me just a little flutter. If it's very hard to do this without rounding, then sit up on the blanket, fold it 2, 3, 4 times, and then bring them in and out. Good. So I know it's a bit of hip work today. Hang in there with me. And 3, 4, got it. 5, good. Lift up, take one leg out. Lift up, take the other out. And up, extend, and extend. Hold the middle, extend out. Bring them in, open them up. And in, and extend, and in, and open. Bring them in, extend, and in, and open. Last one. In, extend, in, open. Hold that open if your knee or if you're one knee, so we're going to extend one leg out, is super high up, just use a block and extend the other leg out to the side. Flex both feet, or this one a little tricky, but try to flex both feet. Take the fingertips in front of you and then pull the fingertips back to expand through the chest. Nice deep breath. Whichever leg you have extended, take that hand forward, either to the floor or to the shin. Take the other arm up and just a little baby side bend. Don't go too deep. I got a lot of tutus today. I can hear that. Don't go so deep. Don't go too deep. Breathe and take it up. Both arms up. Lift really tall. And extend all the way down. Shake that out. Bring the leg in, right? You can use your hands here. You don't have to do it handless, but if you can, it's more core. Other leg extends out, fingertips in front of you. Pull the fingertips back. You can see that, right? It goes from kind of this crunched up chest to this nice big opening through the shoulders. And breathe. And then whichever side is extended, take that hand anywhere where it feels comfortable and take the other arm up. Deep breath. And center, both arms up, squeeze the beach ball. Exhale, release. Bring that leg in, almost done with this little series. Bring the knees in and bring them both out. Fingertips forward, pull the shoulder blades back. And just breathe here. Now, some of you have a lot of flexibility here and come forward. I would ask you to be super mindful if your body does that easily, but don't move into your low back to make this happen. Breathe. Come up. Take that one hand back over to the side of the leg and side bend. Come up, hold the beach ball. And other side, it just got dark in here. Breathe. And center, hold the beach ball. Slide the legs together if you can. Come back to Dandasana and let go fully. Whew, good job, everybody. Just kind of shake that out. Come on off the blanket if you had it rolled all the way onto your mat. You can fold it in half. We're going to start in table pose. You won't need your blocks just yet. So you can just have them at the front of your mat. Hands down, if your wrists are really hurting, you could probably do this on elbows or forearms to blocks. It'd be a little tricky. Nice neutral spine. I want you to take the left knee up toward the elbow and then extend. Think about what we were doing on the floor. So bring it in, extend it out. Don't make it super hard. In, out. Good. Couple more. Working around the hip joint today. Last one of these. And then lower that knee, but stay on that same side. You're going to take the knee out like a hydrant, right? Out and then back down. And 2, 3, 4. Good. One more. 5. Lower. Just sit back for a second just to take the pressure off the wrists. Come on back up. One more on this side. We're going to do knee circles on the same side. By the way, the other option here is to go into those fists, right? You do fists as long as the wrists are strong and stay stable. All right, so that same leg, big circle with the knee. Just circle around, check it out. 3, 4, 5. Circle the other way. 1, 2, you got it. 3, almost done. 4 and 5, lower. And then look to, so if you were working with your left leg, look to the left. If you were working with your right leg, look to the right. Look to the left. Lift the left knee. Extend it out to the side. Gate pose. Your other knee to hip should be pretty straight up. If you're comfortable here, walk those hands back. Take the hands to the hip. Extended leg. No pressure on that knee. Inhale the arms up. As you exhale, take hand down to leg. And another side stretch. Oh, breathe, everybody. I love this stretch. And take it up. Exhale, both hands back to the floor. Leave the opposite hand, whichever leg is extended, leave the opposite hand on the floor. Take the same side arm up, just a little twist. Deep breath. Are you clenching your jaw? Are you forgetting to breathe? And release. Bring that knee in. We're going to switch sides, but take a moment to come off wrists. Shake them out. You don't have to turn around. I turn around just so I have room. All right, come on back, everybody. Again, always be sure you're taking care of your wrists. Here's another option, right? It's just to roll the top end of your mat, take the palms to the mat. Sometimes that's really helpful. I know it's a lot of time here. All right, so you're doing your opposite leg. In this case, it's my right. I'm going to take the leg back and then just knee to elbow. And don't make it hard. Don't make it a thing, right? Just go, this is my leg, my hip. I'm giving it some juice. I'm giving it some lubrication. That's what we're doing here. One more. Good. And then release for a moment. Always take a moment to come off wrist if you need to. Hydrant, you're taking it straight out to the side and down. 2, 3, 4, one more. 5, and then nice big circles. Go slow. Find the range of motion. Circle the other way. Nice big. You can even do little circles. It all works. One more circle here. And then look to the same side. Extend that leg out. Coming into gate pose. Walk the hands back. Take the torso up. Inhale up. Exhale, hand lightly touches that extended leg. And we stretch. Nice belly stretch, nice side body stretch. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, both down. Breathe. Remember that you're lifting the arm the same side as that extended leg. Coming into a twist. Big deep breath. Release, everyone. Well done. Bring that knee back. Walk the hands toward the front of your mat, downward facing dog. Once you're there, pedal it out. Nice big stretch through the back of the legs. Hold down dog for a moment, pressing through the arms. Imagine that you have a strap around those lower legs and just press out against that imaginary strap a little bit. Good. Take those feet nice and wide. Walk the hands back. Feel free, if you're not going to come down to your knee, feel free to move that blanket out of the way for now. And then come right up to the front of your mat. Have your blocks there. Roll the shoulders and come into mountain pose. Take the hands to either side of the ribs and breathe. Inhale. Space between the teeth. Exhale and feel it coming back into center, almost like a little corset, right? A little tightening. Inhale. And exhale. One more. And release. And then let those hands come down. Grab both of your blocks. This was kind of an interesting thing. The blocks don't really weigh a lot. So the workshop I did was with Lynn Cremando, and it was mostly about posture. And she had us hold little weights, like 2-3 pound weights, and hold it just like on the tips of your fingers. So we're going to just pretend these are those weights. So you're just, I forget what she called this, how to hold it, but you're just barely holding with the fingertips. In other words, I'm not like gripping with the fingers, just the fingertips. Roll the shoulders back and come into mountain pose. And then imagine that these blocks are just a little heavier. Just keep it with the fingertips. And imagine that gravity is drawing the arms down, drawing the shoulders down, nothing forced. And then feel the chest align, right? So not even so much lift, because sometimes if we purposefully lift the chest, we'll arch the back. So the chest aligns with the rest of the spine, the back of the head. And we're just barely keeping the fingertips on those blocks. Good. And just to make it interesting, just a little wiggle shake of the hand. So now it's going to get a little trickier. She did not do this, but because we don't have weight in our hands, just make it a little trickier to hold on to these things. So working with both grip strength, but just trying to free the arms, free the shoulders, and release. Whew, good. And then come on back to the front of your mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands come down to your blocks. I tend to like mine second level. They're pretty stable there. Step back with your right leg. Come into your beautiful alignment for a lunge. Back knee can be on the floor, by the way. Leave your right hand on the block. Take the left arm forward and then up. Be mindful of your neck and head alignment. I see a lot of people that will look up at that arm because that's what we were taught to do with twists. but their whole head, neck, and jaw are so tense. So I would rather see you take the top front shoulder and draw that back. Okay, like somebody put their hand right there, and you're just going to draw the shoulder back and let the neck be free and breathe. Lower that arm to the floor. Take your left hand block to the inside of your left foot, and then walk the left foot out to the side of your mat and turn it to roughly a 45-degree angle. So your back leg is straight, your left knee is turned out to the side, your hands are on your blocks. Fire up the back leg. Big deep breath. And then if you want, lower the knee. That actually will deepen the pose. If you lower the knee, undo the back toes and hold here, or take your forearms to your blocks. For some, this is gonna be too deep. For some, this is easy as pie. Is pie easy? Pie easy. Breathe. Hip opener here can be too deep. Please trust your body. If you have tightened your jaw or shortened your breath, you are too deep. One more. Good. Take those hands back up to your blocks if you went low. Heel toe that left foot in. Take the block back to the outside. Lift your back knee and hold right here. Both hands to the left knee. Find that lunge. Roll the shoulders and take the arms up. That's it. Release. Hands come back down. You're just going to push off. Step forward. Grab the tip ends of your blocks. Come on up and let them hang again. And breathe. And imagine the chest lining up, the shoulders lining up, the ears, the holes of the ears lining up. You're just barely hanging on to those blocks. Give the arms a little shake. Good. If the eyes closed, open, big tone to the belly. Bend forward, hands come back down to those blocks. You can lower them back down if that's where you like them. Center. Bend the knee, step back, left leg. Nice, easy lunge here to start. When you're ready, the right hand block comes to the inside, the right foot goes to the outside and then angles out. And then I don't think I said it on the other side, but then I square the blocks again over the shoulders. As you sink down a little bit, squeeze the back glute and activate the back leg. Right? So I'm not just dropping this hip to the floor. It's not what this is about. We're stretching through the front of the leg and going into a fairly deep flexion on that right side. So when you're here, two, you're going to slowly lower the knee. You're going to feel more stretch. Undo the toes. Whoo. And just breathe. If your quads, if your thigh muscles are really tight, you're going to feel this plenty enough. Don't need to go any further, or you're just going to drop down to the elbows. So both two different things in my brain are happening, right? In my body, really. The left leg is getting a really deep stretch, and the right hip is getting a really deep flexion, right? So working both, a little bit different. Low belly tones in, back glute is squeezing. Big deep breath. And then hands come back to your blocks. Go slow. Take the block back outside your foot. Walk the foot back into hips width apart. Lift the back knee, more lunge. You can stay here or take the hands to your knee. Get stable and take the arms up. Big deep breath, everybody. Nice job. Release. Hands come down. Push off your back foot. Woo-hoo. Step forward. Take one block with you. Come on up. Holy moly. Right? You wouldn't think, but take the block between the legs. Give them a good squeeze. And just breathe. And then think about that idea, right, of the shoulders coming into alignment. I always picture the hole in the ears, like if you were going to plug your ears, the whole of the ears to the kind of center line of the shoulders. And then that center line of the shoulders coming straight over the hips and lining up with the outer ankles. Back of the head moves gently back, not too much. And then notice if you were arching in the low back, like hips are pressing forward to make that happen. Don't do that. If you're locking out your knees, don't do that either. Close the eyes. And with the block there, as long as you're comfortable, just do a little baby circle. Just a little circle with the hips. Squeezing the block. And then circle the other way. All right, and so we get our equilibrium, we see where we are, and then roll yourself back to center and see if you're still in a fairly aligned mountain pose. And then open the eyes, release your block. Grab both of your blocks. We're going to turn sideways on our mat. So go nice and wide. The blocks are up nice and high and they're in front of you. This too, I always say, how wide you go is up to you. Did a yoga class the other day and the teacher was 3.5 to 4 feet for everybody in the room. And it's just not, in my personal and teaching opinion, not appropriate. I'm tall, you're shorter, whatever it is. We need to come into the place that feels good for us. So start by just a nice, easy side to side bend in the knees, right? I'm kind of lifting the ball mounds a little bit because I want to see, where are my knees going? Where are my hips going? Can I sit back in the pose? And then start to come to middle. You don't have to go this low or this wide if it feels awful for your body. But then kind of feel the hips again, right? So the actual hip joint is all the way down here. We think of it here, but it's here. This is pelvis. This is the hip joint where the thigh comes into the bottom part of the pelvis. And so as I sit in the pose, do I have pain? Are my knees rolling in? And if they are, just give them a little pressure to the outside. Don't force it. Am I leaning forward? This is the one I see the most. The knees both collapse in and come forward of the toes. So sit way back, way back. And then give me a good belly tuck. Yeah. And then take both hands to your blocks. So taking those hands to your blocks, we just got deeper. Sit further back. I know, everybody, hold on, almost done. Sit way back. Breathe. Your torso is laying on a table. The torso is flat. The head is neutral. We are in a deep hip opener. And then just straighten the legs. Good. Maybe a little look forward, not up, but forward. Deep breath. Feel your diaphragm expand and contract. All right, here we go, everybody. You're going to bend the knees. And when you straighten, lift the heels. Drop the heels, bend the knees. Straighten the legs, lift the heels. Good, just 3 more. Bend, lift and straighten. Bend, straighten the legs, lift the heels, drop. Last one. And lift the heels. If you can, hold that heel lift and walk both blocks forward. Calf muscles. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Bend the knees. Walk the blocks back. Hands come to your knees. Come on up. Good. Got a little wide there. Shake out the hips. Hands to hips. Please don't do this if it hurts your feet. You know who you are. Lift the heels and drop. Lift, drop, lift, drop. If you drop a little harder and it doesn't hurt and you don't have plantar fasciitis, or it's okay. Just, don't pound them, but they're a little bone building. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Last one. Lift, lower. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, goddess pose. Inhale. You don't have to go super low. I'm going lower than normal for goddess. 3, 4. Last one. And 5. Stand up. 5-pointed star. Arms spread out. Belly tones in. Chest lifts. And let it go. Step it in. Well done, everybody. Shake that out. Bring the blocks back toward the front of your mat. Go up. Inhale. Exhale. This class flew by. Forward fold. Find your breath. Good. Step back to down dog. Just shake it all out. Shake it all out. Or shake all it out. And lower your knees to the floor. Good. I want you to grab both of your blocks. Almost done here. Grab both of your blocks and set them side by side on the lowest setting. And then grab your blanket and just throw your blanket over it, just so it's softer. All right. You're going to lay over these blocks at the top of your thighs, okay? So come on down. It's going to feel a little awkward at first. It's kind of right at the hip crease, like the middle. I'm a little bit at the pelvis. I'm a little bit on the thighs. My knees are on the floor, so I got a little bit of traction going there. Just breathe for a sec. See how time flies when you're having fun? All right, you are on your elbows, my loves. Interlace the fingers. Take that pinky finger out from underneath so that both pinky fingers are at the same level. That just keep you from putting too much pressure on that pinky. And breathe. I want you to flip both toes under and just lift the knees. So now you're in a back bend, right? It's a nice little back bend. It's an elevated Sphinx pose. And breathe. Draw the inner ankles toward each other as if you had the strap around your shins. Press into your forearms. Drop your chin. Start to squeeze your belly and lift your hips off the blocks. Adjust and then look at your thumbs. Elbow plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your thighs right to your block. Drop the knees, undo your toes, separate the hands. If you're comfortable, just then press into your hands and lift up. Variation here of cobra. And breathe. Good. Keep the hands and the elbows separate. Drop. Elbows are shoulders width apart. Press into your hands. If your fingers happen to be toward the end of your mat, you can even kind of wrap your fingers around the top of your yoga mat. You don't have to, but you can if you want some more kind of traction. All right, same thing. First, pull the belly in, lengthen the tailbone, flip your toes under, lift the knees. 1, you're here. 2, you're going to press and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, One, slowly lower the thighs, undo the toes. Stay here or lift into your hands, or one final option, drop elbows and then walk the hands to shoulder length and straighten the arms. Variation here of cobra. Love, love, love this variation. I can straighten the arms and stay out of the lower back. Good. Slow, slow, slow. Everybody lower all the way down. If your bladder is full, this will not feel good. Lift the legs and just kind of open them a little bit wider. Press the pubic bone into your blocks so that you are not just arching and dropping to the floor. Breathe, everybody. Come back to your elbows, but stay low. Press the legs out more, working with the hips. The legs, we're almost done. Breathe, don't arch the back, don't drop the belly button to the floor. This should all be level. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let that go. Good. I want you to just press into both hands, push off. If you can, come on back, child's pose, slide your block so that your forehead rests right on your block. Shake it out. All right, come on up, everybody. Is that enough? Have we had enough? Okay. So let's prepare for Shavasana. If I were you, I would leave those blocks right where they are. Just kind of scoot your cute little behind over the blocks and take your feet to the floor. And adjust. I like the blocks behind my thighs. For some of you, they'll feel better under your knees. So when you're ready, just make your way down to the floor. And pause for a second here. Let the left leg hang over your blocks. Bring the right knee in. Hands behind the knee. Straighten the leg just once. Point your toes. And then flex your toes. Bring the knee back to your chest. Let that one go up and over the blocks. Bring the left leg in. Hands behind the knee, straighten the leg, point your toes, and then flex. Bring the knee to your chest and straighten that leg all the way down. Good. If those blocks are behind your thighs, just lift the hips. You can even lift the heels off the floor so the legs are not on the floor. You're pressing the back of your thighs into the blocks. Squeeze your glutes. This is just going to kind of realign all those muscles. And on your exhale, float it all down to the floor. And then find Shavasana finally. Closing the eyes. Letting go. There is space between the teeth. The jaw is fully relaxed. The body breathes softly without effort. Soften down even more. For those of you who are ready, let the arms come overhead. Just stretch it out a little bit. Let the chest stretch. Keep the elbows soft. And then bend the knees. Draw the knees to chest. Let the arms wrap around or under your knees. And then rock side to side. Let the knees roll to one side. Curl all the way over. And then ever so slowly press on up. Just watch for your props that might be in the way. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to your lovely heart. Bow. Hold on to hope. Namaste, everybody. Thank you. All right.
Namaste.
Thank you. Oh.